I'm Mikkel Becker, and I'm going to show you how to train your dog to target a mat. Dogs need a safe place to lie down. Training your dog to lie down on a mat is a way to make their safe haven portable. The safe haven can be used to put them in a downstay at the dinner table, or it can even be taken out to a coffee shop to have your dog lay by your side. One thing to think about is trying to pick out an anti-skid bottom on whatever mat or blanket that you're going to use. What I like to use a lot of times is just a regular bath mat with an anti-skid bottom. What's important is when you first present the mat or blanket, you're already ready to go ahead and mark the behavior as it happens. As soon as I present the mat, I have to be ready to click and treat any interest in the mat, even if it's just Bruce looking at the mat at first and then initially getting a step onto the mat. So now I'm going to go ahead and present his mat, and as soon as I lay it on the ground and if he looks at it, I'm going to go ahead and click and treat. Good, and as you can see, he already went ahead and ran to the mat. Good, I'm going to go ahead and click him for that. Good, what I'm trying to get is a nice downstay since he's going ahead and doing that. There we go. I'm going to wait until he goes back onto it. And I'm going to go ahead and wait for a lie down and click that. And then I'm going to go ahead and reset him by tossing a treat. And this time I'm going to wait for him to do a full down before I click and treat. Now it's time to add in a word. So when you start adding in a word, you want to say the word immediately just before they're going to step onto the blanket. So for Bruce, I'm going to reset him with a piece of cheese thrown off, and as soon as he's about to step back on the mat, I'm going to use the word mat for him. Okay. Mat. Good. And so for him, mat means doing a downstay onto the mat. The next step in getting your dog to stay in a down position on the mat is starting to add in distractions. Some distractions you could use is turning your body around, starting to walk away, starting to turn your back on the dog, or what I like to use is starting with some squeaker toys just to make the noise and give them a little bit more of a distraction. So today I'm going to go ahead and use this owl for Bruce. So I'm going to go ahead and reset him onto the mat into a downstay, and I'm going to add in a distraction before I click and treat. Good boy, he didn't move that time. That was awesome. So I'm going to wait for him to go into a down again. I'm going to reset him. Matt. Where's Matt? Good boy, he didn't move. That was perfect. The next step when training your dog is waiting for longer and longer durations before you do the click and treat. This starts to extend the downstay so that they can be there for longer amounts of time. Next, you can practice in more distracting situations, such as at a coffee shop, or even going up to being able to be at a game and having your dog at your side on its mat. Remember, when going into a new situation, you may need to take your dog back to puppy kindergarten and make it a little bit easier for them, such as just clicking them for having all 4 feet on the mat, and eventually being able to work into going into that long downstay once again. Remember, every dog learns at his or her own pace. For more information on how you can train your dog, go to vetstreet.com.